Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just the Tips. Today we're going to be talking about Hundred Face, who is the boss of Blackwater, which is a technologically advanced Sarkorian and Numerian civilization. Pretty interesting place, and pretty interesting boss fight. First thing you want to do here is, so the way this boss fight is triggered is if you step on a certain tile, you can see just ahead of where my characters are right now, you trigger the fight. Now that does not mean you get into combat with the boss. He just starts talking to you, and that is a key distinction here. So what you want is you want to trigger it with an invisible character so you're not put into combat. And notice all your characters get teleported into like your formation, so there's no way to really like stand outside the room and trigger the fight or anything like that. Everyone gets teleported in. So you trigger the fight with your dinosaur, everyone gets teleported into here, and you will start the encounter. Now first thing you absolutely want to do is split your group up into 3 and 3. You need at least one character with trickery here, so Arushale is my trickery character, because what happens here is these 4 pylons and 2 Tesla coils. So the 4 pylons that you can interact with summon demons, and the 2 Tesla coils, obviously they nuke the crap out of you. And you definitely want to disable those ASAP. Now the Tesla coils can only be disabled by a character with trickery. So Arushale is the only one who can disable them, but the pylons can be interacted with by anyone. There's no trickery requirement here. Right, so you can see immediately moved everyone. So I have Razor Fiend on a mount there. He's my tank. He's a bit slower. His move speed is 20, but with the mount it's 40, so I could get him up to that corner ASAP. I have Ember up in this corner. She's disabled hers. Right, everyone is done theirs. So you can see the hands are gone. They're all gone, and I'm still not in combat with the boss, right? The boss has not aggroed me yet, but you can hear the encounter music going on. Now, it's because I made a mistake here. So, key thing to know here, you definitely, especially on unfair, I'm playing on unfair, you definitely want some sort of lightning resist. So I cast both the lightning resist and the lightning shield to avoid taking the lightning damage, because you're going to take at least a couple of hits from that thing, even if you have 2 trickery characters that can disable both. I only have 1 trickery character, right? Only Arushale can disable it, and so I have her disable one side, and then she runs over to the other side and disables that side. Now the reason the combat music is going for me is because one of the demons was actually summoned, and it's right here. It is a good old-fashioned incubus. So incubi, they start, right, I'm not able to save him, like what the heck is going on? I'm not in combat with the boss. But you can see, if you look at the chat log there, right, augmented incubus is, it spotted my characters, but it wasn't attacking for some reason, and it just destroys my mount instantly. So be aware of that. I think the spawns are basically static, so it's always going to be an augmented incubus from that one. And yeah. The other thing, what I did try to do, so I tried to cheese this in a few ways. Initially tried to trigger it with just my mount. Doesn't work, you get teleported in. The other thing I tried to do was, the tile that triggers the encounter is the one that Nenyo stepped on right at the beginning, or there's like a line there, a line of scrimmage, so to speak, that triggers the encounter. If you teleport over to the side here with Nenyo, it doesn't trigger the encounter, and you can interact with everything and disable it before the encounter begins, but that does not work. It actually makes the encounter impossible, because when the encounter starts, the hand symbols are gone and you can no longer disable the things, but they're still going. The thing, I guess, what starts the demons being summoned is Hundred Face actually starting that conversation. And what stops the demons being summoned is interacting with those hands when the demons are being summoned. So you cannot prevent it from happening, even if you interact with them before the encounter. When the encounter starts, the hands will be gone, but the demons will still be summoned, and then, yeah, you're stuck with just a bunch of demons swarming in. So after this, that's basically the setup. So once you have the setup down, the rest of it is essentially trivial, right? So ideally, in an ideal world, you can avoid even this, right? So if you have all 4 of your characters in position perfectly, you can prevent any demons from being summoned, and you won't even have to deal with a single augmented demon of any sort. And you can just move straight on to the boss after disabling the Tesla coils. So the boss is really the least interesting part of this whole encounter. He's pretty easy, and you can see, right, because I have not triggered the fight prior to actually disabling everything here, he's just standing there now. He's alone, and he can't do anything. He's pretty weak. Even one augmented demon is stronger than this boss here, as long as you have, your resists up. And you can see how quickly he went down there, basically got annihilated. And then, yeah, he just goes through. You have a tough choice to, well, not a tough choice. If you're a good character, it's a pretty easy choice. Destroy the machine. If you're not a good character, then, well, yeah, you probably don't want to destroy the machine. You probably want to use it for your own gain here. I opt to destroy it, but I wonder what you guys will do. Anyways, that is essentially it. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully this encounter isn't too tough for you guys, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode.